Hi, this is Simon Lee, a lead lawyer from Pureum Law Office. Korean legal system is majorly consists of civil law system and criminal law system. They both are originally modeled on German legal system. Today I want to talk about the Korean civil procedure because many foreigners don't know what to do when they have to sue someone or receive a copy of a civil complaint from the court. Yes, Korean civil procedure is governed by the Korean Civil Procedure Act, and the law does not restrict the nationality of the plaintiff. So it is totally okay for you to sue someone who broke the contract, never paid you the borrowed money, or performed wrongful behavior against you. However, this also means that you can be sued for some reasons. To bring a lawsuit, you shall draft a civil complaint in Korean language and submit it to the district court, where it has jurisdiction on your case. For the courts have jurisdiction, you can go to the court covering your residential areas, or the court covering the defendant's home address. For example, if you are living in Itaewon and the opposite party is living in Gangnam, you can go and submit the complaint in the Seoul West District Court or Seoul Central District Court. However, these days, almost all complaints and briefs are submitted through online. The civil litigation only starts by the defendant receiving the copy of complaint. So, you must know the name and address of the defendant for the successful delivery. However, you can still draft the civil litigation and submit with the address of defendant empty. In this case, the court will order you to find out the defendant's address in writing. Then you can bring this written order to near citizen center or immigration office to ask the address of the defendant. If you know the phone number of the defendant, application for search to the phone companies is a very effective way to find out the address of the defendant. The defendant who received a copy of your complaint will have 30 days to submit an initial answer to the court. Then the court will designate the initial hearing in 3 or 4 weeks after receiving the answer. At the initial litigation, both parties shall be present and allowed to make verbal arguments and could apply for submission of additional evidence such as witness questionings. Once the investigation of evidences is done throughout 2 or more hearings, the judge will close the hearing and designate the sentencing day in 3 or 4 weeks from the last hearing. You don't need to be present on the sentencing day, since the court will send you the original copy of court decision in 7 days from the sentencing, regardless of your request. If you are not satisfied with the court decision, you have a right to appeal. But the application of appeal shall be made in 14 days from the date you actually receive your court decision. Otherwise, the court decision will be determined and become impossible to be reversed. Once the court decision is determined, you will be issued with a written authority to proceed with the legal enforcement against the financial property of the defendant. In this case, you are responsible for investigating the target property of the defendant and apply for enforcement in writing. You may get some help from the court to investigate the property of the defendant, but it is not usually effective. So you shall be aware of the potential property to be executed even from the beginning of the lawsuit by taking photo of the defendant's car, locating the address of the office, obtaining the information of key money or the bank account number of defendant. No. By Korean Civil Procedure Act, it is not mandatory for you to hire a lawyer. However, the whole process of civil litigation is very complicated and inconvenient even for Koreans. So it is highly recommended for you to hire a Korean lawyer with reasonable fee if you don't want to lose your case. However, the most important thing is the prevention. I really hope you to stay away from legal disputes in Korea. Thanks for watching and I hope to see you soon. 든든하고 명쾌한 법률 상담 변호사님.com